today is a very big day in terms of what we're doing. Look, these are tremendous sanctions. These are very big. Those are against their two big oil companies, and we hope that they won't be on for long. We hope that the war will be settled.
Why do you believe, Mr. President, that the sanctions that you're announcing today will push Putin to the...
I don't know that they will. I think that they'll certainly have an impact. They're massive sanctions. It's sanctions on oil. The two biggest oil companies, among the biggest in the world, but they're Russian. They do a lot of oil. And hopefully it'll push... hopefully he'll become reasonable, and hopefully Zelensky will be reasonable too. You know, it takes two to tango, as they say. The problem with the Tomahawk that a lot of people don't know, it'll take a minimum of 6 months, usually a year, to learn how to use them. They're highly complex. So the only way a Tomahawk is going to be shot is if we shot it, and we're not going to do that. But there is a tremendous learning curve with the Tomahawk. It's a very powerful weapon, very accurate weapon. And maybe that's what makes it so complex. But it will take a year. It takes a year of intense training to learn how to use it. And we know how to use it, and we're not going to be teaching other people. It's too far out into the future.
We mainly use the wording that the meeting between Putin and Trump has been postponed, and that's probably correct. But the Financial Times claims that the meeting is cancelled, and even cites a reason, allegedly, that Washington decided not to hold talks after receiving a message from Moscow with tough demands on the Ukrainian issue. Well, they also mention a very tense, and here I put two words in quotes, phone conversation between Rubio and Lavrov, and among the demands, supposedly there were issues of territory and guarantees that Ukraine will never join NATO.
There were completely different formulations and completely different assessments of the conversation that took place, and of course one should focus on these formulations, not on newspaper website reports.
The Ukrainian Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha has stated that in recent months Russia has been intensively striking Ukraine using 9M7.9 missiles. I understand that these are cruise missiles used in modified Iskander systems and were the reason for the United States withdrawal from the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty. Could you somehow comment on these statements?
I cannot say. This question should be addressed to the military regarding which specific missiles, delivery systems and weapons are used. This should, of course, be asked to the Minister of Defense. That's the first thing. But if you remember that story, actually, the Russian side, indeed, at that time, the American side made claims, but the Russian side very convincingly refuted all these claims, and on the contrary, explained that the claim... Well, if you remember, that was some years ago.